Right now, somewhere above the United States, a ghost is flying. An aircraft so secretive that even its test pilots cannot reveal everything it carries. A bomber so advanced that it could change the outcome of wars, before those wars even begin. And at this very moment, 3 of these aircraft are already in the sky. Their mission? To ensure that America's enemies think twice before making the first move. This aircraft is called the B-21 Raider, the world's first 6th-generation strategic bomber, a machine designed not just to fight wars, but to dominate the future of air power. Its price tag? About $750 million per aircraft, less than half the cost of its predecessor. Yet far more powerful than anything the United States has ever built. And the most shocking part? It was designed with one specific enemy in mind. November 10th, 2023. Over the desert skies of Edwards Air Force Base, something extraordinary happened. Without massive publicity, without a dramatic media event, America's newest strategic bomber quietly lifted off the runway for the very first time. It was the first flight of the B-21 Raider. And what makes this even more remarkable is that the program stayed on schedule and on budget. In the modern defense industry, that almost never happens. While other projects face delays, cost overruns, and political investigations, the B-21 program quietly delivered exactly what it promised. Developed by Northrop Grumman, the aircraft was unveiled in December 2022, and its first flight happened right on schedule. Defense analysts called it a miracle of modern military engineering. But that's just the beginning of the story. Because the real power of the B-21 lies in its capabilities. Stealth technology isn't new. Aircraft like the B-2 Spirit and the F-22 Raptor already changed the way modern air combat works. But the B-21 takes stealth to an entirely new level. This aircraft wasn't simply upgraded. It was designed from the ground up using 30 years of technological advancements. Its flying wing design, smooth surfaces, and carefully shaped edges scatter radar waves away from their source. But modern air defenses don't rely only on radar anymore. Many systems track aircraft using infrared sensors, detecting the heat produced by engines. So the engineers solved that problem too. The B-21 hides its engines deep inside the fuselage, and its exhaust system disperses heat in a way that dramatically reduces its thermal signature. In other words, to enemy sensors, the aircraft almost doesn't exist. Artificial intelligence and autonomous flight. Now we enter territory that sounds like science fiction, but it's very real. The B-21 Raider was designed to fly with or without a crew. That means this bomber could conduct missions completely autonomously. Previous bombers like the B-2 Spirit required 2 highly trained pilots. But the B-21 may operate with just 1 pilot and 1 weapons officer. Why? Because its onboard AI systems handle many of the complex tasks: navigation, threat detection, system monitoring, and even certain tactical decisions. The aircraft can analyze massive amounts of sensor data in real time, react to threats in milliseconds, and optimize its flight path while the mission is happening. In many ways, the AI acts like a virtual co-pilot, and with every mission, the system becomes smarter. Now imagine this question from the perspective of America's rivals. Where can the B-21 reach? The answer is simple: almost anywhere on Earth. The bomber has an estimated range of over 12,000 kilometers without refueling. That means a B-21 taking off from Whiteman Air Force Base could potentially strike targets deep inside Asia and return home. And when it arrives, it carries up to 13 tons of weapons, including precision-guided bombs, bunker-destroying penetrators, and nuclear weapons like the AGM-181 long-range standoff. But the B-21's mission isn't just about raw firepower. Its greatest strength is the ability to penetrate heavily defended airspace without being detected. Instead of launching missiles from a safe distance, This bomber can fly directly into enemy territory, complete its mission, and disappear before anyone realizes it was there. One of the most revolutionary aspects of the B-21 is how it was built. For the first time in history, a strategic bomber was designed almost entirely in the digital world before construction began. Engineers created a complete digital twin of the aircraft, a virtual model that allowed them to test every component, every system, and every possible interaction between parts. Thousands of simulations were performed before the first physical aircraft was even assembled. This approach dramatically reduced risk, time, and cost, which is one reason the B-21 program stayed on budget. But the digital design also allows something even more powerful: rapid upgrades.